Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bow.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Hello, welcome back to Social Nerds Plays. I am Big Rock Man with tiny legs, and I support the nerds on Patreon, the $5 and up tier, just like you should, unless you can, in which case they're always here for your entertainment. Even the dollar helps. No, he's dead!
That's $5 a month gone.
Where's all? Who else is gonna talk about all the amazing deals at Social Nerds? Patreon.com.
Oh no.
He was the best of us. There's only one thing you can do, and that's visit the Social Nerds on Patreon. Oh, that's... Wow, I didn't take damage. Surprising.
Yeah?
Alright, now we got the gloves of giantness.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff we could do.
Oh, Wii U gamepad is not plugged in.
Is it not? Is it dying?
Yeah, it's dying on the thing.
Oh.
So yeah, that bird, fucking crazy. It's just... Well, what are your feelings on birds? You like birds? I like birds. Personally, I like birds.
Depends on the bird.
I love turkey vultures. Actually, weirdly enough, like one of my favorite birds.
I love turkey vultures. I love vultures in general.
Yeah, they are. Well, that's nice. That's pretty cool. I find them adorable, and I know a lot of people don't get that.
I know.
They're like, that's weird, Alvarez.
Birds are adorable.
Yeah.
Well, again, the type of bird. Or are you just talking about turkey vultures? 'Cause turkey
vultures.
Yeah, they are adorable.
Yeah.
Turkey vultures are great.
You ever see The Animal with Rob Schneider? Turkey vulture.
Not for a long time.
The girl that he likes is nursing a turkey vulture back to health.
Really?
He has to like baby bird it. Or he doesn't have to, but he like instinctively baby birds it.
Because he's the animal.
Yeah.
Starring Rob Schneider. I love this Rob Schneider and stuff when I was a kid. And I remember whenever I got older, they made that South Park episode that I watched where it was making fun of Rob Schneider and those movies they did. And I was always like, but I like those movies and Rob Schneider's funny.
Yeah.
You ever watch that Real Rob show he does with his wife?
I watched the first season of it. I liked it pretty good.
Yeah, it's really funny. I love how he's just such a dick.
Yeah.
He's such an ass.
He just plays himself.
Right, in real life, he's like this, like, you know, nice guy or whatever. And he's just like, oh no, he like watching it. He's like, no, he's like, yeah, no, that's totally me. That's of course that. It's more of a documentary, really.
Yeah.
And it's,
he just plays like an asshole. That's like all like he's got way Hollywood, right?
yeah,
And his in-laws hate him.
he's a hyper Hollywood douche, and he's like, and then he's just like, yeah, it's totally me. So you get, we're getting there.
You know, I never saw those Deuce Bigelow movies.
I
heard those are
watched
pretty funny.
part of the second one.
European Gigolo.
Yeah, and then I got in trouble because I wasn't supposed to watch it because I
Yeah.
started watching it because whenever I was a kid, the town we lived in, there was 2 pawn shops in walking distance. We go to pawn shops all the time for like video games and movies and stuff. I get VHSs.
Yeah.
And I got on VHS Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo.
There are so many fucking pawn shops in little towns in Texas.
I know, right?
It's crazy.
That was like, you know, my best memories of getting stuff were from little pawn shops.
Yeah, I think in the town we live in, you know, not too many people live here. It's decent size, but it's not.
I will say
it's not
that's whenever I was a kid, straight up, this was the big city.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever I moved here, I told all of the people that I knew in Gatesville that I was moving to the big city, and everyone universally agreed, was just like, oh yeah, this is we live in a small like Texas town by a military base.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't take too much to figure out where that is, but you know,
it's like 40,000 people.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the point I was getting to was that there's like 5 pawn shops in this town.
Yeah, and they just built another one.
Yeah.
The laundromat, they shut down. They now it's a pawn shop.
You see the Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
It's pretty much built now.
Yeah, right. We're getting the Dunkin' Donuts, which, not the biggest for me, but Baskin Robbins.
I'm more of a Krispy Kreme man myself.
I take Dunkin' over Crispy.
Really?
I guess. Well, I've never been to a Krispy Kreme shop. The only Krispy Kreme donuts I ever had was like from Walmart, and just like.
Oh yeah, no, totally different experience. They have like this factory line of donuts being made. It's amazing. There's like you can see the donuts being like going through the thing, getting the glaze going. Yeah, yeah, it's great.
It's like that sounds like be good. But I've only ever had Krispy Kreme from like a Walmart, and then they're just like packed. They're like good. They're fine prepackaged donuts.
No prepackaged donuts really that good though.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
it's gotta be warm and gooey.
Yeah, you have to. The only donut that I like that's not like fresh is the sour cream donut, you know, that has all the craggles and it's like all, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like the ring and then it's all the broken pieces.
Oh yeah.
That's the only donut that I like you buy it off of, you like buy it from the bakery or whatever, from the supermarket. Everything else I need it fresh.
Yeah, I can't think of a supermarket one that I like. The only ones that I don't mind are like day old like glazed donuts I could eat. They're pretty good, but like from an actual donut place.
Yeah, that's true. As anything from an actual donut place, well, that's not anything, but glazed donuts from a donut place, I eat those all day. Have them with coffee, have them with milk.
Yeah,
you know, whatever. Except for I don't like Shipley's, unless I
like Shipley's if it's extremely fresh.
Yeah, if an extremely fresh Shipley's regular glazed, nothing else. I won't get anything else from Shipley's. But I'll do that. But the second those things start to get any level of cold, they're made with potatoes. They turn into that's their shtick, is they're made with potato starch.
Interesting. So that's why they
turn to rocks. They turn to like bricks because they turn into potato cakes.
Good to know.
So when you first get them, you're like, oh, this is like a really good filling light air. You know, it's like a denser but donut. But the second those things start to turn, a brick wall.
The last thing I'll say about Shipley's, I have more thoughts on donuts, but before you do this,
we could have this whole, we could talk 4 episodes on donuts.
But the last thing I'll say about Shipley's is that was like the first major donut place that came to our town, right?
Yeah, before that it was just mom and pop places.
I really like that because they would stay open until like 5 p.m.
Yeah, that is true. You could.
Everywhere else closes at like 1 at the latest.
It was easier to get a drunk donut.
Oh,
you know, to get some party donuts at a Shipley's, and I've had.
They might actually close at like 8 p.m., don't they?
Yeah,
shit.
They close super. You won't like what you get there, but if you're getting donuts that late in the day,
you know what you're.
Yeah, you know what you're about.
Yeah.
You're getting like you're either getting sad donuts or fucked up donuts.
Yeah. Good times though.
My favorite donut place.
Round Rock Donuts.
Round Rock Donuts.
Yeah.
Round Rock Donuts got the best. I mean, it's a drive.
Yeah, Round Rock Donuts is a tier, but I went to the Voodoo Donuts that they have in Austin. I don't like it.
Really?
Nah, it's too much.
Yeah, it looks too
gourmet.
It looks too like they do too much for fun of it rather than the donut of it. You know, the pure donut doesn't seem to get the love. It's because it's all craziness. It's all whackness. That's why. Did you try the Voodoo Donut?
The one, with the pretzel stick and the little
stabbing thing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's supposed to be his penis. It might be. I don't know. The one I got looked like it was like straight on his groin.
Okay. I'm gonna circle. So you think we're gonna?
No, I get it. It's probably like a pin cushion, like Voodoo guy. No, to me it looked like all of them. I went there,
The
and all
voodoo-
of them were in the same spot, and it was right on
So
their dicks.
someone was having fun.
Yeah,
and
someone was
putting
having
them
fun
on
with their
dicks.
dick. I only
Okay.
went there once.
To me, the way you
Yeah,
oh,
I
listen,
probably did say that wrong.
you're like, I don't know what it is, but it's probably a stick like the voodoo donut shop. You think the pretzel is his penis?
Yeah. There's a fun thing there, though, that you can buy, like, I think it's like day-old donuts, but they have them in, like, a 10-gallon drum, and you can buy that amount of donuts for, like, $20.
I've heard that, and
Yeah.
I've always thought of. I remember I saw Voodoo Donuts on like some Travel Channel thing, and I was always like, if I ever went to Voodoo Donuts, I would get like a Voodoo donut and then that bucket of donut, because you get a free bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the bucket's worth it.
buckets are expensive. I don't know how many of you have gone out and bought buckets. Go to a hardware store. They're like $15.99 to $20 for just a bucket, and you get a bucket.
And a bunch of donuts.
Yeah.
Like, a crazy amount of donuts.
Like I'd totally go get those and just be like, yeah, sure. Throw them in an air fryer.
See, the worst part about it, though, is that you have to go to 6th Street. And it's on
Yeah, 6th Street.
6th Street, like...
God, what a shit show.
His producer Alex chiming in. It's probably the buckets that like the ingredients come in, so they have a bunch of free buckets. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
oh,
they
maybe, yeah.
buy buckets of flour and sugar and
I'm
stuff.
sure that's what they're for, but you know, we as civilians don't have access to that kind of bucket overflow.
Yeah, I can't get that cheap bucket, typically.
Damn it.
I thought it enacted something when he did this.
Oh, you have to do the song.
Oh.
Is that not it?
No, that was it. Having some macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I didn't get to make it for you.
You gotta line up like straight in front of it or something, or like talk to it real quick, and then do it from there.
Here's your marking indicating specific directions. Yeah. Then
I think you have to be like full on facing it. I don't know. Maybe not. There you go.
you were right. You do have to face it. Thank you, Almaris.
Yeah, no problem. I have a lot of fond memories of donut places because when I was living in Florida many moons ago, my grandma lived in West Palm Beach, so we lived there for like a year. But my mom would either take us to the Krispy Kreme and we would watch the donuts getting made. I thought that was amazing because I was like, 5 or 6.
Oh shit! It's a Zora.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, great hero, chosen by the Master Sword. That's racist.
No, that's fine. She's underwater. Oh.
My name is Laruto.
Oh, it's gonna be the sequel to Boruto.
I am a Zora sage. For an age I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would remain within the Master Sword. And then some fucking kid came and fucked that up. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost its power. After his defeat, the hands of the hero of time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived and returned to Hyrule in a red wrath.
He's got green skin.
He attacked this temple and stole my soul. Jesus! That's pretty hardcore. Knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my steed in this temple and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find one who carries on my bloodline, one who holds a sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages all of the years. It survives.
You remember who had that, right? That instrument?
The flying chick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The song you just conducted will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry your prayers to the gods.
So what she just said is like it's the same bloodline, you know?
That's so the Zoras are the bird people now?
Yeah.
That's so weird. You were already the most set to live in this world.
Yeah.
The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. They did live.
In Majora's Mask, they live in the ocean.
And they
Oh no, he's dead in the ocean.
may the winds of fortune blow with you.
I was muted. Maybe they're freshwater fish. That's what I said, and they went,
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, I
they
didn't
do
realize
live
you were
in
muted.
Lake Hyrule. Oh, wait, no, they don't. That's where the dungeon is. They live in the river.
But in Majora's Mask, don't you go into the ocean? Like you straight up are on a beach and go into the ocean.
Yeah, but Majora's not real.
Oh, that's one of the best ones. I love that one. Moon? You know?
Yeah, but Termina? That's not Hyrule.
Yeah, but it's still the same race.
Who knows?
Still Zoras. I'm saying I know.
There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to get the bird lady.
But anyway, Krispy Kreme was cool because you could see the rotation. I like their donuts more. Dunkin' Donuts, though, in this West Palm Beach Dunkin' Donuts, had arcade cabinets.
Ooh.
So it was getting donuts and going to the arcade, which is way better.
So
Did a lot of Tekken.
most of my, I love donuts.
Oh yeah.
Big donut guy. My donut memories was a lot of HEB donuts because, and we lived right down the street. We walked down our street, like catty-cornered, went down another street, there was the HEB. So you could go get fresh, and they made fresh donuts every single day. So, like those glazed croissants, glorious. And love those things. And then other than that, it was just a lot of like gas station donuts.
Like 7-Eleven donuts.
Yeah, for a long time my favorite donut was the 7-Eleven regular glazed donut.
I don't think I've ever had one.
I used to get those. I remember that was my favorite donut, and then when we were kids, my dad was like, "You got your favorite donut." And I got that, and he was like, "No, get like a nice one." And I'll be like, "No, this is my favorite." And he'd be like, "That's not even that good of a donut." I was like, "Yes, it is." And then he like got upset and was like, "It's not even a good donut." And I was like, "It's better than anyone." He was like, and then that was the first time I had Krispy Kreme, was because he got a bunch of glazed donuts, made me try them to see which was better, and I was like, "No, this is 7-Eleven one's better. The 7-Eleven one's better."
And then you went to Top Donut.
What?
No, I did Gatesville Donut, aren't they? I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, so the Gatesville donut place was the best, but they were open so insanely. By the way, the only reason, in case anyone's wondering, I do remember last session we got flowers to put here, so I'm stopping here just to place the flowers. We are on our way to get the stage, but I know around here somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's like right in front.
Got 3 flowers. Bam. Don't touch me with those fishy, those scamp hymns.
Huh. Thought it was the flowers. Maybe. I don't know. Wait, what's on the second lift there? Is there a guy that you could throw? No. I'm just trying to remember where all the big old heads that were like, I can't do anything here.
I know there's one near where we're going, but I don't remember exactly.
I know there's one in the Link's home village.
Oh, you're right.
And then there might be one in the Rudo area.
If there's one in the rural area, that is where we're going.
Okay.
So we're on our way to the rural area to awaken the sage, and then we're gonna have to come. We're gonna have to go back down anyway. So when we go back down, we can go by our home village and then do that one.
Ah.
But in the meantime, I really thought it was those flowers. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, the Gatesville's the small town that I grew up in.
Horrible town, just the worst.
Yeah, horrible town.
Most of the population is prisoners. I don't know if that's true.
That is what Gatesville is famous for. Is it has some of the largest prisons in Texas, like right on the outskirts, and that's what most people did work was they were prison guards. But the town didn't have a lot of people in it. It was like insanely small town. Holy shit, another one.
I actually don't have anything against the Gatesville area. I don't know it that well.
First try again, huzzah!
I just know that anybody from it seems to not really like it that much.
You know, $200. I thought it was fine. It was a very racist town, which was not fine. I remember they sent a police officer to our house one day because my older brother, to quote the officer, he sat down to have a talk with my parents because my older brother, quote unquote, liked the black girls. So those teachers told the school police liaison, and so that was a real thing that happened in my lifetime, which was fucking crazy.
That I never spend much time. For me, it's just like a drive through this area kind of thing, or if I have to report, because we're technically in the same county. If I have to report for a court, then I have to go there. Good Mexican food place though, right when you get to there.
Yeah, Aptio.
Yeah, really good chips and salsa.
Great chips and salsa. The tongue burritos of that place, incredible.
Yeah.
There used to be I don't know if it's still there, but there was this this hole in the wall place in that it was behind a bar, and it was literally it was like one of those half open doors, and it was like they would sell food, and
like just out the back.
Yeah. And
like a Papa John's, or how Papa John's started,
I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember they had the best fried pickles, fried anything, jalapeno poppers, whatever. But yeah, you would open the door and then some old guy would come from the back of the bar. Like, yeah, what do you want? And then whenever he opened the door, the menu was on the door.
There. Maybe a little too far back.
Yeah, I think I may have passed it. Oh, flipped it. But he'd be like, yeah, what do you want? And then you would tell him, and then he would come out with brown bags soaked with grease. Jeez, just $200. With a brown bag soaked with grease, and then just hand it to you. And I remember it was on the way to the library, so we would get find change and stuff like that, and then we would get that and eat fry just this bag of fried food while we were on our way to the library. Just because we had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So it was either stay home and all the problems that went with that, or just go to the library and read Cirque du Freak.
Yeah, there really is nothing to do there. I mean, later at night you got the drive-in, but you can't even go to see a matinee or anything.
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
I remember people, whenever I moved here to the big city and people complained about how there was nothing to do in this town, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You guys have a 24-hour Walmart. That's everything.
And we had so many we have so many parks.
Yeah.
We have a crazy amount of parks, and then you move next to the biggest park.
Yeah, Gatesville did have two really nice parks, Fauntleroy and Rabbit's Foot. Rabbit's Foot was better. But Fauntleroy was more out of the way. It was more naturey. And
That's what I like.
Yeah. So Rabbit's Foot was right across the street from my grandma's apartment. So a lot of times, instead of going home after school, I would just keep riding my bike past, and I would go to her apartment. And if she wasn't home, I knew where her key was, so I would either go hang out. I would go into her house and then get the snacks she put away for us, and I would just go across the street to the park. We thought it was a castle, but it was just like a concrete, like, building that they never put up. But you could have swore it was a castle. And then we would just hang out in the castle with stuff. And then if it got too hot, or if it was too hot, or I would get too tired, then I would just go to my grandma's apartment and play Doom with all of the, This is a crazy story. Where are we at? We got a couple minutes left? Alright, I'm gonna tell the story.
Yeah, we got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, while I try to find this. But I remember vividly when I was a kid playing Doom at my grandma's house, apartment on her old computer. But she turned off all of the demons, so you could just play through it. And to me, Doom was like, it was all about finding the key cards and solving like the key puzzle stuff. I was like a real little kid, and at that point, Doom had already been very old. But whenever I was like a real little kid, I was too scared of the monsters. But I found out when I was older that Doom, that's not an option in Doom. You can't just turn off the monsters. Which means that somehow my grandma had to have this like modded version of Doom for her grandkids to play so they wouldn't get scared.
That's wild.
And I don't know how she did it, because she was, I mean, albeit my grandma was young for being a grandma, but I don't know how she was able to figure out a way to get Doom with no enemies.
She found the code, did a control find for anything that said demons, and just erased it or something.
Right, it just turned it off. But there was I remember there being like an option for it, and then I went back to old Doom, and that option has never been there. So she had some different version of Doom. Where is this chick?
I have no idea.
She had this different version of Doom that you could turn off the monsters for, then turn off the demons. And I remember being later on in life, I was like, oh man, I can't believe my grandma went and found this game that then found out for us to play. And then when it was too scary, she was like, oh no, look, I'll fix it. I'll just turn off the demons. And then somehow figured out how to do that.
That's wild.
Anyway, donuts. They bring families together.
Yeah, dude, donuts are great.
Alright. Well, that's gonna be our time. Stay nerdy. When we come back, we will be at the lady, wherever she is.
Stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.